Hello there, and in today's video, we will be reviewing LEGO set number 75314, the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. The first minifigure in the set is Hunter, and now, I think this is a pretty good minifigure. He's got some nice leg printing, sorry if it doesn't show up on camera that great, some nice printing on the torso, no printing or blaster, but he does have his little knife there, and then some nice printing for his backpack. The hairpiece I don't think is the most fitting thing. I think the old man Luke hair in black would fit a bit better, but they made that with Loki. He's got that really nice face print with the face print and the little bandana with the skull on it. And then for his other face print, as you can see, it's like a angrier face. But, of course, it's not just his hair that he comes with. He also comes with his really cool looking helmet. I don't think he had a rangefinder in the show. The regular Phase 2 clone helmet does fit pretty well for the figure. It could be a bit better, but I don't mind it at all. I think it looks nice. Yeah, pretty great figure. Now on to the next one. The second figure in the set would be Crosshair, and now I think this is a really cool figure. He's got the long blaster. Yeah, he's missing a rangefinder, which is a shame, but hopefully with the new Phase 2 helmets with the holes in the side, because I'm recording this video on the day that Phase 2 Cody leaked, but that's a subject for another day. So yeah, it is a bit unfortunate that he doesn't have the rangefinder, but I don't mind too much since this figure looks sick. I've always loved the aesthetic of black troopers and the all-black armor with a lot of really nice printing on the torso and legs, as well as some nice printing on the back for his backpack. And then with that green visor, it just looks so cool. And then his face print is, I think, as good as it can be. It's nice, it's just sort of like a regular clone face, but with, of course, the little crosshair around his eye. He doesn't have a another face, and it doesn't come with a hairpiece, which I thought was a bit odd, but, well, then I watched the show and realized, oh, by the time he gets in this armor, his head is, like, shaved. So, yeah, it fits. I think this is a really cool looking figure. It would be nice if it had a rangefinder, but that just wasn't really a possibility with the Phase 2 helmets at the time. Now for the next figure. The next figure is Wrecker, who is currently my favorite member of the Bad Batch, not counting Echo because he's different. He's wasn't originally part of the Bad Batch. So I guess he's my second favorite member of the Bad Batch, but he's got this really awesome looking print for his helmet, and it's got the, like, 99 on there that looks really nice. I just love the look of this thing. Yeah, it's a bit odd that they use the Invincible Iron Man helmet, which can be said about a lot of uses of the Invincible Iron Man helmet, but that does not deteriorate any of this figure's quality. I think this is a very good figure. He's got that really nice and accurate face print with the, like, all-white eye, which for LEGO is used to insinuate, like, a eye that the person can't really see out of. And then it's got the really nice, like, scarring, I guess, on the face. No printing on the back of the head, of course. He's got this really cool armor piece with the 99 and the skulls on it on each side, and then some nice printing on the front of his armor, and of course there's studs on the back. He's got a blaster and some really nice printing on the legs and torso, and if we actually remove the armor, you can see there's some very similar printing on the torso, as well as some nice printing on the back for his backpack. One thing I would like to comment on is it is a bit odd that the figures in this set have printed backpacks, minus tech, instead of brick-built ones, but I don't really mind it too much because then they wouldn't really fit in the already slightly small ship. But yeah, again, really great figure. Now on to the next one. We have Gonky, the Gonk droid that Wrecker uses to weightlift. I mean, I guess it's kind of just like a normal Gonk droid. Still a great build. I love Gonk droids, because it's basically a walking box. Um, but just think it's interesting that this version of Gonky, as it was called in the show, is dark gray, when in the show it's more of like a tan or brownish color. I don't mind it, since it's always nice to get more Gonk droids. I just think that's a little bit of an odd thing. There's not really much to say about this figure. I just think it's fun. Now for the next one. Now for my actual favorite member of the Bad Batch as it stands. Who knows, they might add more new ones later on. This is Echo, and just getting one thing out of the way, the leg printing looks nice. It's slightly unfortunate that he does not have a actual fabric waist cape, but instead it's like printed on there, which I wouldn't have really minded too much if they if they printed on the side of the leg too. But I mean, I understand he wouldn't be able to sit down in the ship if he had a fabric waist cape, but they could have done printing on the legs. Other than that, that's really the only thing I don't like about this figure. Well, he does have a normal minifigure hand and can hold a blaster in that hand, which is a bit odd. I think the new robot arm piece from Series 22 would have fit really well for him. But again, I don't mind too much, since that printing on the arm looks really cool. No printing on the other arm. He's got some similar to the others, but still nice printing on the torso with the little skull there, and some nice printing on the back. And then he also has a Phase 2 clone helmet, which looks nice, even though it's not super accurate to the show. And then he has the regular minifigure head skin tone, which I think is actually fitting to show that his face is, like, much more pale than the others. And he's got these little, like, things there, and then the little, like, Lobot thingy, as I call it, on the back, with 5 more of the little dots. Sorry, the camera won't focus. But yeah, pretty good minifigure. Could use some improvement, but it's pretty good. The final minifigure in the set is Tech, and I think this is easily my favorite minifigure in the set. He's got these really nice blasters, which I think originated from Star Wars Rebels. He's got the only one with a brick-built backpack with that nice printed piece there, and then the antenna. Just some really nice printing on the legs and torso. The Doctor Who hairpiece in brown, which is not super common, I don't think. Actually, yes, it is, because Peter Venkman. Yeah, he's got this really nice face print and opposite face with no goggles. Let me just remove the head. If you remove the backpack, there's some regular printing on the back, but it looks nice. So I have heard some people complain about how his armor is light gray in this as opposed to white, which, again, an odd choice, but I don't mind it too much. Another reason for that is because look at how good this custom helmet mold is. Sure, it's a bit tall. Again, I don't really mind, but I think this looks better than most of the knockoff Tech figures I've seen, like bootleg ones. There's so much printing on this thing. It's actually dual molded. The goggles don't move, which, I mean, I guess is a shame, but I don't really care, because look how awesome he looks. He looks so cool. This is easily my favorite figure in the set, just because of how above and beyond they went. I think the only thing that could have made it better would be if the goggles moved, which I could never see them doing, and maybe some arm printing, but other than that, this is by far the best minifig in the set, if you ask me. But now, onto the actual builds. Just getting the boring stuff out of the way. Extra projectiles, translucent red, spring-loaded shooter, and 2 studs, and a brick separator. Then, for the actual build, we have this really nice little, like, lime green speeder bike. I like these little, whatever you'd call them, down here. You can fit like a weapon back here, and then there's 2 stickers on here. And I'm going to get, where did I put him? Hunter, and show a minifig on here. Oh, there's also this neat little whatever it is on the bottom. And also, I'm happy that they're still using these pieces, because I have some quite old Star Wars sets from like the very early 2000s with those pieces, and I didn't know that they still used those pieces in sets, so that was neat to know. It's a bit difficult to get the figure in here. Hold on. Alright, there we go. Wait. Alright. Now he's in the speeder bike. I believe this thing was actually in the show. I think it was like the 3rd or 4th episode. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've watched the show. But yeah, looks pretty nice. It's a bit difficult to get minifigs to hold the handlebars since, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this handlebar piece was made for Friends characters. But yeah, pretty nice little build. Now let's look at the next one. The next build, don't worry, we'll get to the actual main build after this one, is this really nice, like, much longer speeder bike. I forget what they're officially called, but they're like the Clone Trooper ones. And this one is basically, like, nearly identical to the one from the 501st Battle Pack, just with a couple of different pieces. And, of course, as you can tell, it's different colors, but I think this thing looks really awesome. I've always loved the look of these speeders. I have, Bark speeders, that's what they're called. I have this smaller one from like 2014, and I think it was with the set that had Commander Neo. And then I, of course, have this one in the 501st Battle Pack one. And even though I don't think that this thing was ever in the show, I love how it looks with like the darker colors, with the black and the dark gray and the dark blue. I just love how this thing looks. I think it looks really cool. Oh, and Crosshair is supposed to go in this speeder, but I had enough of a difficult time getting Hunter into the other one that I'm just gonna put him in off camera. This is what Crosshair looks like in the speeder. Whee! Alright, now let's look at the actual main subject of this video. Now, finally, for the main build of the set, we have the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle, or as I believe it's actually called, the Havoc Marauder. Correct me if I got that name wrong. I looked it up before I made this. Yeah, I believe it's called the Havoc Marauder. First of all, this printed piece for the windshield and stuff looks really cool. It's just a bit odd that this is not actually translucent. I don't really mind it too much, though. And I know, it's weird that this thing is mostly sand blue with some gray elements. I don't really mind that. Yeah, I know it's not super accurate since it's, like, mostly gray with a little bit of blue in the show. But I honestly like this look better. I think the blue looks better, and it makes the dark gray and the light gray, and also, by extent, the black on the wings and top fin pop out more. I just think it was a really smart decision to make this thing sand blue, and I don't know why when it came out some people were upset about that. But, yeah, so just looking at the exterior, you can see it's quite smooth, not too many studs showing. There's like some random light gray and dark gray bricks thrown in there. And then also there's this translucent red piece back here. And as you may have just heard, whoa! As you may have just heard, there are translucent red spring-loaded shooters down here, which I'm going to remove so I don't lose them forever while in the process of showing all you lovely people this set. Yeah, there's some like stuff back here. There's the booster thingies, and you can like close these up, and they have stickers on them, and I think that looks pretty neat. And then, oopsie, oh no, did I break it? Don't tell me I broke it. Alright, I'll just fix that off camera. Yeah, the exterior looks really great, and I'm going to have to back up the camera to show what this looks like all opened up. So, I'm gonna do that. So as you can see, I have grabbed Lord of the Rings and a Lego video set to show you what this thing looks like with the wings opened up. It's a very similar shape to the Imperial shuttle, but I really like how this ship looks. The black on the wings looks quite nice on both sides, and this fin looks really nice too. It's neat how it's anti-studs on one side and regular studs on another side. Sorry if this part of the video makes anybody want to throw up. I just needed to hold the camera to show what this set looks like all opened up. But now, let's go back to a hopefully not nauseating camera angle. So now that you've seen it in flight mode, we're back to landed mode. And now I'm going to show you what the quite small interior looks like. So let's first open up the cockpit. And there's problem number one. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that you have to open the whole thing to be able to access the cockpit, but again, I don't mind too much. It's just another strange decision with this set. But yeah, so you've got the cockpit in there with this little printed piece in there. There's some nice stickers in here, like that one with the clone helmet. And then on the other side, we have, like, I'm not entirely sure what that is. And then also there's a clip there for somebody's weapon, and you can open this up to put in other weapons. As you can see, it's a quite cramped interior. With enough effort, I was able to fit everybody except for Crosshair in there. But I'm definitely going to have to do that off camera since it's a real pain in the neck. So I'll be right back with that. Yeah, I got all 4 of them to fit. Just barely. I believe I put Tech's guns and Hunter's knife in the box. Wrecker's gun is in there with him, and Echo's blaster is in with him. Oh, and there's also some lights here. So, yeah, as you can tell, the interior is quite cramped, but it's the thought that counts. But in all seriousness, I do really like this build. It's definitely got its problems, but I like it. So, now, we're going to look at the manual and box. Sorry for more shaky cam. We got a large box here. We've got Wrecker, Hunter, and Tech up here. Of course, the Lego Star Wars logo. All this nice information. All the minifigs down here, as well as not much interesting on the top, just the actual size thing. Sides of the boxes, not super interesting. Not even going to show you the bottom since it ain't even worth it. And then it just shows some like play features on the back of the box. Oh, huh. Oh, I see how they fit Tech in there. Yeah, it shows that you can fit weapons in the box there. And then it shows the stud shooters back here. Oh, and of course there's that, which I didn't realize they were even still putting those on the back of the boxes. And oh, I also never noticed that they put the set number on the back of the box. That's neat. Now let's look at the manual. The manual is one of these nice square ones. There's a QR code there. It's a quite thick manual also. And then, of course, we got Win Robot on the back. All the pieces back here. An ad for the Skywalker saga. And then it shows most of the currently out at the time. Well, I think most of the Clone Wars and Bad Batch sets that were out at the time. The only ones of these that I'm still missing are Anakin's Jedi Interceptor and the Mandalorian ship. And then it shows just the minifigs for the summer sets from 2021 in the back of here, which yeah, I still need to get quite a few of them. And then that's it. Yeah. Now, to rate the set, just to keep things brief, since this video has already gotten long enough, I will give this set a 7 out of 10. I love the build. I love the minifigures. I just think that even though I do like the builds for the speeders, and it's always nice to get more speeder bikes, I do think some of those pieces could have gone towards giving the ship itself a little bit more of an interior, but still, I quite like it, even with some of the, quite honestly, baffling decisions that went into this set. But yes, overall, I think that this set gets a 7 out of 10. But that's it for today, so I'll see all of you next time.